You know how it is. All right, we're going live. This is Thomas and Sasha. Just trying to do some pair programming on website 1. This won't be a very long session. We're both tired, but there are some stuff that we need to or want to fix on our statistics story that we've been working on for a short while at least. Okay, so you just pushed up your code to GitHub. So let me just do a git checkout. What is it? Statistics, right?
Statistics -v2.
-v2. Yes, and we do git pull first step. So, yes, and git pull Sasha and same name. And we're pulling down your code. Cool. Fast forward, unpacking objects. All right. So, did you change any of the tests, or should everything run now?
I changed the test back to how they were, so it should be in basically the same state that it was. I probably should have just done git reset or whatever it is. Git revert.
So it's user. I'm just gonna run that particular spec. Just gonna tell the guys in the Austria that somebody will join them. I think Alex, it was him. Wants to join in on your scrum, gentlemen. Oh. My English is really rusty. So that passed. And just gonna see our spec controller user, but no changes in the controller spec.
Don't think so. No.
Okay. Okay. So here we go. He needs to take part in estimating a story as part of his home hope you can help me. So there you go. Okay, and everything passes there. So what we need to do, we need to Rails. No, first of all, I need to open this project. Yes, thanks, Thomas. So, Oh. Yes. Compass. Find the right compass. I don't know what that is. Yes, I saw that Sampriti was doing he submitted a pull request with this GitHub commit count on projects, and I think he's doing a net request in his testing suite. So that's quite.
What's a net request?
Well, you know, he's calling an external service, you know, while testing. Actually, he's calling GitHub API instead of, you know, stubbing that out. As far as I'm concerned, you know, he shouldn't be. We should always stub out, you know, external requests. We don't want. Let's see here. We don't want to actually call an API. You know. Let's see here. Adventures, and we go to pull request, and you see total. Yeah, the GitHub commit count, and files changed. And here, you see here, he actually sets a real, you know, a real GitHub URL. I wonder why he does that. He shouldn't be doing that. Project details, yes. So I need to make sure that he's not actually calling that service. You know, he should have a fixture for that, like we have. You know, we have fixtures. You know, whatever here, for instance. You know, but anyway. Yes, RubyMine is loaded, and let's go to model specs and go to user, and we got it. Build stub, subject build stub user. Yes. File generation, geocode, okay. City, country name. So add stub, Sweden. So we can do like this. Country code. Oh, did you add this already?
No. No.
Okay.
Don't know where that came from. I guess it's always been.
Okay, so should perform. Okay, so now we can just change this, you know. So we want the country code. Country. Now the question is, well, what's the best thing for us? Should we change the name of the? We definitely need to add a field called country code. But the question is whether we should change this country to country name. You know what I mean? If that should follow some sort of a better practice or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I sort of feel like it would be nice, but I don't know how fiddly. There's a lot of countries littered throughout, and it's a word that would be hard to kind of globally search and replace. You'd have to.
No, it's we can do well. We can think about. In RubyMine, I can actually do it rather quickly, I think. Subject.country name. But the other option that I see is that if we don't do this, don't do country name, then I'm not willing to say country code, although perhaps we should. But I'm thinking about doing something like this, CC, but that's perhaps not.
No, that's horrible.
That's horrible. Yeah. Code. So the whole thing to be better. Yes. We're going to change that to country name. Actually, it seems much more,
Yeah, well, it also matches the geocoder method for what that's
Yes,
worth.
yes, yes. Okay, so name and expect like yes, copy and code to equal SE, and we expect country code to equal US, and the name United States, blah, blah, blah. So anything else? Big one, follow project tags, extension, I hate double quotes, to equal, and I hate this as well. Follow project. Okay, it's not my. Okay, take it easy, Thomas. Take it easy. I don't have to change that. All right. So if we run this now, the model spec, that should fail for us, of course. And the thingy is that I'm gonna generate a migration and do two things in that migration. I'm gonna change the name of country to country name, and I'm gonna add a new. Yes, I'm gonna add a new table, new column to that table. Okay, okay. Country name. So, or should I do two migrations? Well, I could. I think I want to do one only. It's enough. So Rails generate migration.
You got Rails.
See, that's what two sets of items is better than one. Rails. See, and attributes to users. And attributes to users. Yes. And we're just gonna see.
So what's it doing with the word attributes there? That seems more generic than I'm used to seeing in that kind of line.
Well, attributes. It's like, how should I explain it? Well, I could say add. You know, I could specify add country code to users. You know, but which would I would have done if there was only that. You know, if that was the specific thing I wanted to do with this migration, then I can just add country code to users, and I should say country code equals string, right? But since I want to do two things, I want to just give it a generic name, to add attributes, and so I'm not gonna probably. I haven't decided yet, but I don't think I'm gonna pass in any any more information here. I'm just going to let Rails generate an empty migration, and then I'm manually going to add the things that I want to do.
The word attributes isn't a key word here. It's
it's just an empty thing. And even if the migration is created with something inside, I'm going to delete that and add stuff by myself. So let me show you how I was thinking. So migrate. So there we go. Yes, it's an empty thing here, right?
Yeah.
So I could say, add change, add column, add column users, and I want to go country code is string, right? But another thing is change column. So we want to change column in users, and that is country, and we want to call it sorry, country, and we want to call it country name. Yes.
That makes
And
sense.
yes. And the thing here is that I just have to make sure, because I'm a little unsure about this, I'm just going to make sure that this is the actual syntax I can use. And
With the first argument to the arguments to the method calls, why do we need to specify users when we're doing this in a user?
well, we haven't said that, I could say this is I haven't decided whether I want to keep this, but since I'm not doing a do block, I'm not telling. This is just a name, This is just
Right.
we haven't said that we want to do it in users yet.
Okay.
So for instance, there is another way to. Let's see here. We could say well, obviously we haven't used that here. No. But we can okay, add first name. Oh no, obviously what you could do, you should change column users do, and then just add those but it's quicker to pass in those. It depends a little bit on how you want to do this, but let me just see here, change column active record. Yes, just see here. Change column table and okay, let's go to the API. Change column supplier's name string. My table, my call. That's not change. Okay, so change column. Yes. Yes, that was the right. Yes, rename column. Okay.
What was? So I missed what change column was going to do.
Change. Then you change the whether it's an integer. The if it's a string, text, or.
Right.
Yeah. So you can change the way data is stored, but here we just want to change the name. So this is better for us. Okay, so that's and now we just go rake db rate these in equals test. Yes, so now when we run this spec, that should pass for us, but you never know. But now a lot of other tests will fail because of the fact that we changed those names. Yeah. So yes, subject save blah 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 country equals yes. So user line 13. User line 13. Models user.
Just thought we should remove the gem I added, because that was just to do country codes, so it's just going to sit there being pointless.
Oh. let's hold on a second there. What do you say? You added the gem to
Yeah, to a previous commit, so it's just there in the gem file, looking a bit silly.
which one is it?
I
No,
think it's at the top. Okay, it's called
country.
countries, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're not gonna need it, you say?
I don't think so, unless we find there's something else we need.
All right. So country code. And without the country. Okay. So let's run this again. So, do you live in London, or where are you?
So we're renting a flat in Oxford, but we're only staying there for 2 days a week, which, given that I'm unemployed and my girlfriend's doing an internship, is not necessarily that sensible.
Your audio, your audio just disappeared there. I heard you're renting a flat in Oxford, right?
Yeah, how do I sound now?
Now you sound good.
Okay.
Now you sound good.
Yeah, no, we're
Okay.
renting
All
a flat
right.
in Oxford, but only staying there at weekends, which we keep thinking about, given that neither of us, I'm not earning any money and she's not earning much.
Okay.
Helping to keep us sane while we're getting on our feet. We're staying at my dad's during the week because that's a bit closer to where she's working.
Sure.
And yeah, the alternative would be moving into London, I guess, which is going to be even more expensive. So I'll probably end up doing that fairly soon once I get work, because I'm going to be looking primarily, if not exclusively, in London for it.
Okay. Oh, Renee and Christopher. They're so funny. Is anybody really want a pair? You know, me and Sasha are in a session. Yeah. Well, I'll be going to London in a few weeks, probably.
No.
To check out my new employer, see what's up. No, but there's some meetings. So.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end up saying hi to Sam over at Makers. So,
all right. Well, let me know if you're when you have an itinerary. I'm not actually in London that much at the moment, but I don't know. Depending on how long you take, maybe I'll be.
Sure, absolutely. If you are around, we can just hook up to have a little chat. Perhaps do some pairing, or I don't know, go to the pub and have a beer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
I haven't been socializing with people for a long time now, so I don't know what people do rather.
I've never been any good at it either.
All right.
We'll watch some strangers and take notes, maybe.
Exactly. Let's see here. Views. I was thinking about we could add on. Is that on user spec? Should know. What was I added something? No, it was project specs. Authentication commit document. What was it? Oh, project perhaps. Is a valid should have a valid factory. Should have a valid factory. Status spec. Okay. Yes. So we're just gonna add this to our user spec because user spec should have a valid factory. Yes. This is and create user to be valid, and that's okay. But we need to go into the, if we run this now, this should pass for us. But we need to go to the factories, because when we, when we test this, we need to have the country code. If we ever create something in factories.
Mm-hmm.
First name has a country code after creating. After creating.
Don't seem to be creating a country name for them at the moment.
No, it's not. No, it's not. What? Well, yes, so you should have a valid factory. It's right there. I'm thinking perhaps we are on stub of geocoding. Metro code. So let's break this city code, this region country code. So if I set this to, I don't know which one he's using, but if I set this to nil, and we set this in users, there we go, and user, let's do the validate. There's no, oh, here we go, geocode if public last sign in, if you change it, as many, oh. Okay, let's see what it does now. I'm just curious what sort of, if we have any sort of control over what will happen when this is nil, it could be relevant in the future.
How would it be nil? Just in testing?
Well, if something goes wrong someplace,
Mm-hmm.
You never know. It shouldn't be nil because we always get something back, or we yes, expected SC got nil. But this is interesting. I expect some country not to be nil. Okay. All right. So there's a test for it, but what is not to be nil? Is it relevant? Oh, never mind. We don't have to deal with this now. But I'm just curious. That's I'm just curious what would happen if the API that we're asking to geocode our users, if he returns the country name, but perhaps he doesn't return the country code or something. I'm just curious, but never mind. It doesn't really matter now, I guess. Let's just run the user spec, the controller spec, spec controller users controller spec, and this should potentially return some errors for us now. Because we are probably calling that. No? Wow. So how about our spec presenters user presenters spec. Okay. So it seems that we are. But what about the view spec then? Have a helper for?
So what are you're expecting to find an error somewhere that you're
Somewhere, yes, and I'm not finding any errors. But I just noticed that we don't have a helper for users, which is kind of strange. I thought we needed. Let's see, helpers, users helper. Yeah, there is a users helper, but there is no test for it. Or is it? No, it isn't. Okay. So could you head over to Pivotal Tracker, and that could be a good learning experience. Just write up a chore to you know.
Like a new thing in the icebox.
Once again?
You mean a new thing in the icebox?
Yeah, yeah. That we need to cover the helper for users with specs, RSpec. You know, this. I mean, users helper need to be tested. It's not tested right now.
User
helper. Yeah.
Where's the file?
The file itself is in app helpers users helper.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the spec file.
Yeah, and there is no spec for that, so we need to create a users helper spec. And
can I do it? Should I still write this like a kind of user story, or should I just?
No. This is a chore, so it doesn't have a user story. It doesn't have to.
I've been meaning to ask what the difference between a chore and.
A chore is just something that we as system developers do to fix our own mistakes, usually, but not too big of a mistake that you can call it a bug. A bug is something that actually breaks the functionality, while a chore could be something that you want to do just to refactor your code. You know, like this, you just notice that, hey, shit, I fucked up and I didn't write some tests, so let's add them. You know, it's just a mental note that you need to do something, but a little more than a mental note, but not a bug. You know.
Yeah.
Template country. Oh, there seems to be a method called country.
So I've kept it quite minimal. I don't know if I should get more information.
Sasha did this. Let's see. Write test for the cover. Yeah, sure. No problems. Wonderful. So we seem to have at least some issues with the view users index. So let's just find trade here. Yeah, presenter. So so there was something in the presenter. That's weird. No. Okay. Well, anyway, so it's country name. Where else is it? Copy. One match only. Yes. Okay. Users. Yeah, go ahead.
Where does this method user.country come from?
Well, it's just just another way to ask active record if country is present.
Yeah, but is it an active record automatically generated?
That's my understanding. Yes.
Country name ?
Yes. Well, Undefined. Yes, well, it could be, but obviously, yes. Here, I just made a mistake. It should be country name now.
So now to
if
put
user,
in.
yes, it's an auto-generated.
Okay.
Think. Let's hold on. Perhaps I'm saying some completely different. Yeah, no, it should be. If user country name is present, yes, that's an auto-generated. That's an automatic method that is added by active record.
Okay.
Let's hope I'm not making a fool of myself now. So if this test passes, I'm right.
Which one? All of them?
Yes, all of them.
What? Did you save the file?
No, RubyMine saves automatically.
All right.
Come on. Oh, yes. Who's the man? Right. So, yes, I hate that. It's me. It's you. Image around the media object for left. Yes, it's you. Never mind. The double quotes, you know.
Right. Image around your object for left.
That was the last. Not this story. The last story we worked on, I think. Never mind. Show. Let's see if show. You get some failures here. Ooh.
Bloody hell.
And present user detail. Okay. Yes, of course. Summary. Let's start with summary. Country name. Country name. Present.
You need underscore, not hyphen.
Good catch. Wish I could say I did this on purpose, but I didn't. Route image class. Yes. Yes, that should do it. No, well, videos, detail. What about detail? Skills, technologies. Blah, 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 blah. No. Okay. So all these tests are failing because of one thing, you see?
The country instead of country code.
Yeah. Instead of country name.
Yeah.
So do you do any freelance work?
No, I mean, I might start thinking about it. But I'm sort of trying to put my energy into just learning to code and getting employed full time at the moment. I did some freelance work a few years ago and I quite enjoyed it, but then the taxes were just so complicated. They were just far more complicated than I think anything I've ever done. And it wasn't helped by my bank having decided to not cooperate. So I was just so burned by the whole experience. So I decided if I can possibly avoid it, then never again.
Okay.
Or not in this country at any rate.
I got it. I understand.
I'm told, I remember being told that you have, like, tax return forms need an IQ of 90 to fill out. I'm not sure how one determines that, but it means I can now cap my IQ. Definitely not as high as 90.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I got myself one of them IQ tests once when I was a little boy,
Yeah.
because I was having some trouble in school,
Mm.
and they sent me off to yeah to a guy to talk to, because I couldn't sit still, and I was telling the teachers that they were stupid and stuff like that, because they were most of the time.
Yeah.
But they said they put me down for 135, so
Yeah.
so I was granted a membership to this Mensa,
Oh,
yeah, but I never paid the dues, so
yeah.
they keep me
I've
up.
done well on a couple of.
That,
I usually do manage to hit triple figures.
that's good. That's good. Because if you go below 100, then
Yeah, you're probably not really cut out to be a coder.
No, I don't think so. And if you're down to the lower 90s, then you're definitely should think
Yeah.
about I don't know, doing something, some manual labor, something.
Yeah.
But you're most probably a lovely person, but perhaps not a system developer. I've met I've worked with some people that are I mean, as a summer job, taking care of people in an institution. There's such a lovely bunch of people. I love to help out in places like that, because they're there's something beautiful about everyone, and it's they have really hard lives because people make fun of them and stuff. So if I can make it a little easier for them, I'm happy to do that. It seems like everything is passing for us now. Let's just run the whole thing. Hope probably there's going to be a cucumber step that is failing, but I was thinking about ponging this over to you. So we've added a migration, and we've added an extra field, country code, so you can use that.
Tests.
Shamelessly. No, but you can use that in tests. And then when we
shamelessly.
yes. When we push everything out to production, I'm going to have to geocode every member, because projects show. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? It used to be a member. Okay, of course. How could I be so stupid? We have projects show members. And not here, but rather members list side. Let's see, members list first of all. Formatted and country. Member country. Name. And where else? Country. Name. And name. Oh, and there was also something highlight box. Country. Matches. So this listing for documents, connections, activity. No, so let's go with projects. Yes. Are all these in? So let's go. It's shared examples for Hangout button. I would this thing for us here. So look. Most of these were in show. project show page, but all of a sudden we have 2 tests in shared examples. Well, perhaps. Okay, so this all the projects show page test passed. Let's see this shared example file. Okay, run the whole thing again. We shouldn't get any more errors now. We had this pending step for ages. There's one pending step someplace.
Yeah, I saw that when I was pushing. I
I've
don't
been,
remember if I'd introduced it at some stage, but it didn't sound like anything I'd been doing anything with.
I've meant to fix this for such a long time, but I never get around to do it. It's one of those things. Okay, cool. Everything is passing. So come on. Yes. There you go. Oh gosh. I hate that. The problem with Bash, is that you can't click on the place. You just have to go with your.
Yeah.
I hate that. So git push. Yes.
Are you allowed to update your computer now that you've got a full-time job?
Well, I have to wait at least 2 weeks, before It's a cash flow problem with me now. But the thing is, I can buy one and then I get reimbursed by the company afterwards. So it's a cash flow thing. But I will get myself a new machine. And I will be a mighty warrior again. No, but, I hate this now. But okay, so it's pushed up, and you can pull down the code. And what we could do before we break up for today is you could run the cucumbers and see if there's anything missed. If there's anything that we need to change in the cucumber tests.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask the guys what they are working on.
Actually, while cucumber's running, I might go and make myself some more tea.
For sure, go ahead.
We've got time.
Mhm.
Alright, back.
Yeah.
I see how we. Okay, 1 or 2 cucumber tests failing.
How many?
300? 77.
377.
No, the 300 was a lie, so the 77.
Okay. All right.
See,
And what are they? I mean, what are we talking about here?
things an article vote. Can you see my screen?
Could you make it a little bigger? Just Command plus.
Oops.
Yeah, the red one is wearing up a little. Okay, just no, go down to the bottom of the results.
So yeah, what we got?
Okay, so let's start with the.
Start from the bottom, maybe.
Yes, sign in.
Use a video.
Successfully. Okay. So what we want to do now is, is it possible for you to do a search within just a folder rather than the whole thing?
I'm not sure. I don't know how to.
Okay. Let me do that. If you just have a look at my screen for a sec, let me just switch over to me here, and I'm gonna do a search within the features directory. So finding path in features. Yes. Okay. So we want to search for country in this, in the entire folder, and then I'm gonna see what we come up with. And feature support country. Yes, and helpers country. Okay. So it seems like you have to go to features support helpers.rb.
Features support. So this should just be country name.
Yes, and then add another field just to make sure, countries, country code, SE. And while you're at it, you could, just to, because, well, when we're in some code that needs to be updated.
Change the syntax.
Yeah, change the syntax to the new hash syntax. Rene doesn't know what swag means. That's cool. I just asked the guys what they are working on, and Christopher replied, Twitter, you want to join us? And I said, me and Sasha are having our own party. And Rene says, we got the booze. And I said, but we got the swag. And apparently, for some reason, my 17-year-old son says that swag is something positive. I don't really know what that is, but he said it's a cool thing to have. That's why I used it. And Rene is also in his mid-30s or something. He had to Google that. I wouldn't admit that. I can admit it, to you, but I wouldn't say that.
What should this be? Was it SE?
SE, yes, the country code is SE. Yes. Yes, so let's try to run But let's run the users feature. If you just do cucumber features users and don't specify anything else.
So how old are you?
Go ahead.
How old are you?
Oh, 43.
You have a 17-year-old son, did you say?
17, yes.
No, 70. Yeah. That would be impressive.
17. No, 7, of course not. Okay, let's just press arrow up once to get the latest command and add another slash to that, users.
You had a son when you were quite young, by the sounds of things. I mean, at least by modern standards.
Well, I don't know. I'm feeling old. What the hell is this? Okay, so just arrow up once and go. What else? What can we take? Users. Users. Go user. Go profile feature, perhaps.
Users slash profile feature.
Yeah.
Profile.
I thought Cucumber could run all the.
Is it not just a syntax? It seems like it's complaining about something in what I've just done here, but I'm not. Oh, there's a comma missing.
Oh. Oh, it is. Okay. All right.
Oops.
If you do Cucumber features and users, that should run all the feature files in that folder. But I'm not quite sure if it does that.
Yeah, I just didn't like the comma. Didn't like the lack of comma.
Okay. Okay.
I really can't imagine how anyone ever learned to code before you had automated testing.
But I think it's a good thing to use. You know, it's
yeah.
Before I was doing TDD, you know, I was just producing spaghetti code. You know, I mean, you know, you could actually do something in one place and break something in another, and you know, you just end up hating yourself for not being able to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I sort of almost learned to code a couple of times, and both times I got put off because I kind of hit a brick wall with nothing that I could really do about it.
Mm.
This was sort of, one was pre-internet and one was early enough days of the internet that there wasn't really anything useful.
Mm. But you know, the good thing with test-driven development, also, you know, working in this agile way of doing things, that if you break down something into small stories and you fuck up, you know, then the only thing you kind of break is the small story, you know, so you can always revert. You know what I mean? But if you work on something really big, a big epic, and you know, you just code, and then suddenly you notice that, oh shit, this isn't working, then you don't know what place in your history you want to revert to in order for it to work. You know what I mean? But if the stories aren't too big, then you can actually, you know, it's manageable. You know, the whole thing isn't that hard to fix when you screw up, and you know, you do screw up. Everybody screws up. You know, it's inevitable. But the thing is, how do you handle that, and what do you do about it, basically? And in the way we work here in this project and on many other Agile Ventures projects, when you actually, you know, you stay on top of things by never taking too big leaps. You know, just be careful all the time. Then you are giving yourself a fair chance to actually produce something that you will be able to use and finish, and you know.
Yeah.
Okay, run the whole thing now. Run the cucumber just as the whole suit. I think that should pass now.
So when did you start coding?
In the 90s, but I've been on and off like you know. But I I started to do a lot of web development like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to work for a big IT consultancy firm I was doing a lot of marketing jobs, and I'm a salesperson by profession before I educated myself. Oh, there seems to be there's that type C. Continue. And
so I'm just looking for that in the code so I can get rid of it.
yeah, good.
I'm feeling this is kind of. Paying attention.
It's an activity someplace, I think.
Views. Dashboard.
But I've been doing Rails for a year and a half, basically. And I attended the CS 169, both the CS 169 courses, the MOOCs, that Sam is co-hosting now. And actually I learned how to code by coding together with the guys and girls here in Agile Adventures. The course was just a course, I did the exercises and I managed to pull through. But it's by working on Agile Ventures that I actually, learn how to do those things. Before that, I was just doing tutorials. So, did it pass? Did everything pass?
It's still going. It looks good so far.
Good.
It's one of the things I really want to spend money on when I have money to spend is a Kickstarter campaign, which I've never done before. And they're like, the campaign is nominally finished, but they're still accepting kind of things. Like, it's one of my goals is to get a job before the campaign fully closes.
Okay.
It's just a computer game that I'm really excited about.
Okay. Send me a link. I mean, what campaign is that? Do you have a link to it?
It's yeah. Yeah, it's like, do you ever play role-playing games?
Hey, I was been doing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah. Did you ever play one called Planescape Torment?
No, I did not.
Did you play? You must know the Baldur's Gate series.
Once again?
You must know the Baldur's Gate series of computer games.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So Planescape was the same people, same graphical engine, but to my mind, just far better. It was so dedicated on the story and the dialogue. Really immersive stuff. Much less combat. I mean, you could almost get through the game without fighting, and like the final boss quote, you could actually just talk your way through.
Okay.
I am not alone in having completely fallen in love with this game. It's my favorite game ever by a long way. So they're finally now, like 15 years later on or something, many of the team have got back together. They don't have the rights to make an official sequel, but they're making an informal one.
Okay.
The original game was called Planescape, which was a D&D rules game. So this is just retaining the name and a lot of the concepts from it. It's been ridiculously successful. Like their original funding campaign target was something like $150,000.
And they got themselves $4.7 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And they have $50,000. Yeah, they have a new target on 4.7.
Yeah, I think they're constantly updating the targets to to see it, to sort of try and make the game. I guess like there's no limit in theory to what they can do with the game. They obviously want it to be as good as possible, and obviously keep themselves in work. Although I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know that they're getting much extra profit from it.
Well, this is cool.
Most of it seems to be hiring new people in to work on extra bits of animation and story and so on.
Cool.
So yeah, there's constantly
have they released anything yet? I mean, is there
No. Well, there's a video of gameplay, but nothing playable yet. I don't think there will be till next year at least.
Wow, this is cool. That's what I mean, there must have been quite a strong community of people that, as you say, that fallen in love with this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys to be able to.
I just can't wait to throw money at it. Basically, I'm just having to restrain myself at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know if I have any freelance work for you. Then you can work, and then you can, send all the money. Perhaps I don't even have to pay you. I can send the money to them directly. Okay. So how's the? I got you.
It rates maybe slightly below rent in the scheme of things, the priority list, but still pretty high up.
No, I understand. I feel you. But you see, when I was playing role-playing games, that was before before computers were able to, to accommodate all the needs of a dungeon master, and so we were doing the traditional pen and paper and dice,
Yeah.
We used to sit and eat potato chips and drink Coca-Cola, 48 hours straight.
I've always wanted to have a proper go at one of those. I only ever done it once, and the session was a disaster. But I found out later that it was a friend of mine and a couple of his friends that I hadn't met before, and I found out later that one of the other participants was off his face on cocaine at the time. and so he was kind of just all over the place, and my friend was just taking a piss for some reason. And the DM eventually got so fed up that he quit and just passed DM shit mid-session over to my friend. And it was like, okay. Wow. So it was all disastrous and just a total waste of time.
I never. The thought has never occurred to me that drugs and role-playing games. I was thinking more LSD or something, because that could actually get you in the mood. I don't know if cocaine would be my choice.
It doesn't fit.
No. I can picture cocaine being like a drug for nightclubs and stuff like that. Rather than role-playing game sessions.
I feel like cocaine to me is a drug for bankers or something, sort of really rich people who.
Yes, because it's not a cheap hobby in any way. Yeah, so.
It looks like the cucumber is all passing apart from that perennial mercury editor thing.
Oh, that's the one that always fails. Cool. Yeah. Great. Then we fixed that. Now you can commit. And let's perhaps we shouldn't code so much more, but if you could tell me, did you pull down any jQuery libraries? Did you do anything with those maps yet?
Sort of. We God, I can't remember what we did it now. We hard coded in a map. We basically copy and pasted it across the code just so we could see it on the page. I'm not sure it was really a step forward rather than just a step sideways, but let me just commit this and I'll fish it out. So where was it? I guess it'd be views. Is it going to be users? No. Dashboard. Wait, was it here? Yeah, here we go. This is QC my screen.
Yeah, hello.
We basically pasted this stuff in from the website. So
okay. And what file is that?
Is dashboard view/dashboard/index.
Okay.
This code is more or less lifted directly from the page with the map
Cool.
on.
No problems. That's understandable. But did you do anything with that code? Did it produce a page? I mean, a map or something?
Well, so it is actually doing something, but it's everything. And yeah, I mean, A, the code is all on the page, and B, the values are all hard code.
Yeah, but it's okay because then at least we have. Oh, you have to do the migration.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing up with Sasha. Just yes, and we will do that in 10 to 15 minutes. All right. I'll be right with you, honey. Okay. Sure.
Okej. Jag ska göra min för
Alltså jag kommer ner nu alltså. Vi håller verkligen på avslutet.
okej.
All right. Now you know you don't have to stop your server and restart it if you do things like migrations or something.
Yeah, I thought that just after I'd stopped it.
I know that I spoke to some pretty about it. He always does that. Restarts but it's not necessary. It just takes time basically.
Where's it gone? Am I not seeing my nice map?
You have to click on activity feed.
I think so.
Or no, I'm sorry, no, you're not.
It's showing up. Why is it gone? Rescue map. Actually looking in the right place.
Well, no, this is not the, or is it? Hold on a second.
Can't find the high charts.
Let me see. Back. Use dashboard. Dashboard.
Yeah, okay. We did have this the other day. It's whatever we did then not working.
It should work, kind of. One would think.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was there the other day, so I'm not sure.
Function. And is this div ID container down at the very bottom? Is that where it's supposed to be displayed? Or
I think so, yeah. Let's check.
yes, container icon map. Yes, the ID container is where it's supposed to be. Title basic demo.
So I've got errors on my version saying can't find variable high charts, which we had the other day, but I thought we overcame by some more copying and pasting of these lines in there. Remember how we did the so yeah, basically what's on my screen now, we just pasted everything from these three panes in there.
But why doesn't he have map data? Because high charts maps. Why isn't that recognized? It's weird. Subdata.
Let's try.
Source code.
Looks like it might. Oops.
Script source. Custom. IMAPS.js.
I think maybe I've changed it since we used it.
Let me fire up my server also to see if I can get this to work. Did you commit to your repository and pushed?
Yeah, I committed the.
And pushed.
That's not sure about that one.
No, you did not push.
What? I don't have access rights
Ah.
to my own repository. What's gone? What? Cannot resolve. Get
What?
that.
What did you do? What happened?
Not sure. It's in a bad mood with me.
Oh, it works now. This map, right? Well, I don't know if you're saying anything, but you're muted. He just left. Huh. Yes,
Hi
sir.
again.
You're back.
Yeah, I didn't even realise I dropped from the call there. I was just wittering away to myself for God knows how long.
Happened to me as well sometimes.
So there was something playing up with my internet. So I've pushed the code now. Just the fixes the cucumber. And yeah, I don't know. Now it's sort of now it's decided to stop displaying again. It was displaying the map a second ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
There we go. So yeah, which is just completely hard-coded and yeah, totally useless at the moment. But
Not totally, because it's at least it's a. I mean, if you can get it to display,
yeah, well
you
that
know,
was what I figured. Something.
that's kind of that's okay, because what we can do then is the only thing we need to do is to get it to display real life data is just to pass in that hash with those country codes and the keys, so, and that's not that hard to do actually.
Yeah, although I mean at the moment this file is a monster. I mean
But then we do, then we extract the JS files from there.
Yeah. I guess then, so we've got.
So it's not that bad. I mean, it's cool. So let's see. Rate DB. Test whether it shows up on my. So there we go. Let's see this. Now, in order to test this, we need to populate a lot of test data with this country code, and we are using this gem called Faker to fake the country names. It doesn't seem like he has. See here, we go. If I go to Faker, we have we have a state, for instance, and we have a state abbreviation. Abbreviation like AP, but there is no abbreviation for country.
Right. Yeah.
There's no such method.
So what is this a gem that's like adds onto Factory Girl or something?
Yes. So what we do is like I think we have this method here in factories for user. You see here first name Faker name first name. Is Faker name last name, and then we have a Faker internet email, and I'm using it some other place, for users countries to fake, the country name. So it actually you see here when you go to website 1. Here to the members page for the for the seeded data. Or someplace at least. Let's see here. Why are you so slow now? Computer, work for me. Yes, you see here that Trevor is from Sudan and Chad is from Botswana. This is all done with this Faker gem. So what we need to do in order to test this map of ours, we need to use Faker. We need to produce a lot of test data. So we could have used Faker to to randomly assign those country codes to each user if there was this country abbreviation method, but it doesn't seem to be, and I'm very confused. Why do they use this for state but not for country? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's rather weird. But let's see what it is. Name, suffix, mystery. But anyways, let's call this a night for now. If it's okay, you can play around with this map, or you and I can hook up tomorrow and do some more pairing on this.
Yeah, sounds good. Are you talking about tomorrow evening?
Yeah, probably. I can hopefully, probably I can pop in for a half an hour or 45 minutes during the day. Yeah. But it's but let's catch up after the Euros crown tomorrow.
Okay, cool. All right. Good night.
Okay. Have a great night and talk to you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Bye bye.